So I'm going to record how I do my own nails using So-Gel nails so that you guys can see what I'm doing and how I do it. Let's make sure that's all right. So if we've done the one, so now I'm just going to remove the gel from this hand. I think the removal is something that always takes the longest. Guys, but watch how I use my own hands. I am right-handed, but I've trained myself through the years to actually do my left hand as well, which I'm going to show you. And you can watch how I use my hands. So I'm just removing some of this gel on here. I mean, I didn't really need to redo my nails, but I'm so excited for receiving So-Gel nails that I want to see how it wears and how to work with it. Alright, so we take off as much as we can. So what I'll do is I'll do this right finger. See how I'm holding, protecting. See how I use my hands? I don't know if you guys can see. I'm actually supporting this finger with this finger underneath. So this finger is going underneath, hold it on top, and then I'm maneuvering the drill in little small movements like that. So now I will show you the opposite hand. So I'm going to reverse the drill because obviously I am right-handed. A little bit more tricky to do the other side because now I can't really support that finger. So I put it on the table and we literally just go straight down the nail like this, down the sides. I turn the finger to the sides. And then when I get to like the cuticle area, make sure that you keep your bit flat, not, pointed up. So what I can do is, whoops, see, it's not so simple when you are right-handed, but it can be done, guys. Look. Right, I'm just going to So this is how you use your your left hand when you're right-handed. So you improvise. Now I'm going to switch it over and I'm going to show you now with the middle finger. So again, I can support this. Much easier when you're using your right hand and you're right-handed. So here we're just going to remove the color. I find it so much easier just to remove color with a e-file. I'm not a fan of sitting with my fingers in acetone for half an hour just to get the product off. I haven't got the patience to sit there that long. So let's just get all of that off. Alright, I want to make sure that I'm debulking it. because if we're going to put new gel on, I don't want it to make it fat. So we're just going to debulk, and I can see by the whiteness of the tip. Right, now I'm going to flip the drill, and we're going to do the other side, the other hand, the other middle one. Whoops. So, not so easy doing your left hand, guys. So now I'm just going lightly across the cuticle area. And I can go over it with a file in the end as well. That's what I try and do. Alright, so there we've got the other one off. We're getting there slowly but surely. Now we're going to reverse so I can show you exactly how we're going to do the next finger. Did I turn the reverse the drill? Yes, I did. So this was only one coat of colour on here, that's why it's actually coming off quite easily. And then we're going to just let's just get this. Let's just get, I can tell how much jelly is on. I don't know if you guys can see, but I can see the white. It becomes more white the more I get down to the next layer. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just debulking. Right, so that's that one. Now we're going to reverse it again. Actually, I'm going to pause and come back to... So we are back. I'm going to use this little cuticle push at the end of the brush. We're going to just push back those cuticles now that we have removed all the gel. Just pushing them back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over it with the other file because I can see there's still some gel that didn't come off completely. So let's just push back all these cuticles. Right. I'm going to have to use the file just to, and I'm never as good on my left hand as I am on my right. So I'm going to use the 180 grit and I'm just hooking it under the cuticle area just to make sure that I have got rid of all those bits. a look. And then we just change the shape, we fix the shape. Look down the barrel, make sure that it's nice and straight there too. So you can see it's quite thin. So I've debulked quite a lot of the nail. So there we go, I'm hooking it underneath the cuticle, the eponychium. I'm just taking it along the sides, just making sure I'm smoothing out any highs and lows that may have arisen from the removal, not sure. So we just make sure it's all nice and smooth, all nicely prepared for our application. Just look down the barrel, make sure it's the same on both sides. Always look at your nail in a different view as well. So I look at it straight down and like this, so I can see exactly what it looks like, because it becomes distorted and you think that it's shaped a certain way until you turn it the other way, and then you see it looks completely different and you think you've got the shape right, and then when you look at it again, you've realized you've leaned more towards one side, and so it goes on. So now I'm just hooking the file again underneath the cuticle area, down the side walls, which is very, very important because that's where you have lifting. So you want to make sure that you get all those little pieces out of the way. I like these files, they're actually very nice. I've never worked with an 80/80 grit because that's quite a harsh grit, but I suppose if you work with it carefully, you should be okay, and that's probably best to use just for debulking. So now I'm looking at the nail from underneath, looking at my shape from behind, underneath the nail. That's also another way of looking at it from behind. Can you see that? Looking at it from behind, and then I kind of shape it like that. Look at it from there. Okay, let's just make sure we've got it all smooth. Let's just see, and to make sure that the tip is nice and white, that I've removed all the excess gel. Let's just see, looking at it at this angle, make sure the sides are all flush. The most important thing is to have the nails flush. Check the front, the C curve, that you've got even product all the way around the nail. Make sure it's even. Right, now let's do the pinky, and then I'll show you how I do my least dominant hand. Okay, so now I'm just hooking it under the cuticle, and this I'm using the 180 grit. Right, let me look at the shape from there. Give it a little bit of a shape there. Look down the barrel. I can see it's a little bit higher here. So we're going to just move that. Alright, so this hand we can then cleanse. We're going to cleanse this hand. So we are ready for this hand. Right. Now I'm just going to quickly go over it with the file on my less dominant hand. So here I can switch the file around. So I'm going to be using the 100 grit just to debulk more and to get all of that excess product off the nail. So we're literally removing all the product off the nail. And I look down the barrel and I can see that it's thicker on this side. See how I hold my hand? When you've got to use your less dominant hand, you've got to support that hand. And so I sort of make a fist and file that thumb so I can see down the barrel. We want to straighten the side walls. Let's see. Now I look at it this way. Now I've got to look at it this way. Let's see, I can still see a bit high there. And if I look down the barrel, it's still a bit too thick. They say the thickness of your nail should be about the size of a credit card, the thickness of a credit card. I don't know who came up with that theory, but I suppose they're saying not thicker than that because, you know, there's no need to have such thick nails, and I think it just makes them look fake. You don't want nails that are super thick and that looks fake. Alright, so now I've finished that thumb. Now we're going to go into the index finger. I'm going to again hook underneath that cuticle area. Can you see I'm holding my files? Watch how I use my hands, because you'll have to teach yourself. So I'm using gravity to help me file as well. So I push my finger up against the file like this and rub. Let's get that like that. Let's look down the barrel. Make sure that the product is even all the way around. Let's see. Right. And that is another one done. Let's do the next one. The only thing about white tips, they get dirty so quickly, especially if they are porous. Just making sure. See, I tend to always overfile with my left hand. That's what happens when you do your own. Right, so I'm looking at it from underneath. Make sure that the little oval is equal on both sides. I can still see gel on there, so I want to just remove that. Great moment. I push the cuticle back with this finger. And let's just get rid of that little bit of gel there. Right. Now we're going to do this one. We're nearly there. Then we just have to do the application. So again, I'm hooking underneath the cuticle area. Let's just get that right. What's nice about the So Simple So-Gel nail system is that you've got 3-in-1. You've got your base builder and your top coat in ones, which is great. You don't have to keep millions of different products. Great to do your nails with. Right. And the last one, just make sure that around the cuticle area there's no lifting bits. Pushing my sides down so I can get into the cuticle area. And then we're going to use gravity and rub along the file. And we're going to look along the top. Right, so now we are going to use our cleanser, nail cleanse, and we're literally going to just wipe these nails, those ones we've wiped. Okay. Right, we've wiped these nails, get rid of all the little dust particles. Okay. The only thing I'm not used to working with these are these, probably because I've never worked with them before. But something to try and get used to, I suppose. Okay, so I've got my little UV lamp there, and we are going to now apply the So Secure on all these nails. So I'm just going to apply. So you must make sure not to touch your skin area, and you don't need to flood the nails, you just need enough on there. And then this is going to cure for 60 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to complete one hand and then do the other hand. So I'm going to pause now. So that's come out of the UV lamp. We are going to a little nifty stand. So we're going to put one bead down the nail. Let's save time by putting a little bead there, a little bead there, and a little bead there. Right. And then I'm going to put that in there. We're going to do a slip layer first. Don't think I got enough there. That's a beauty, you can add more. Right, that's better. And let's spread this one. Right, I think just a little bit more. We should have had some music on for you guys. So I just want a little bit more. Make sure you get the sides. I must say the gel goes on very nicely. Making sure I got my sides in. Alright, so now we have to, yes, we put one line down the middle, one down this side, one down that side, one down the middle, one down this side, one down that side, one down the middle, one down that side, one down that side, one down the middle, one that side, one that side. Right, let's see. So now look how it's leveling out on its own. I'm going to literally feather on top. Just feather in. Let's see. And the sides, make sure. Okay. Look how it's leveling, guys. Yeah. Oh, this product levels beautifully. And it's going to save a lot of work because it's already a top coat in one as well. You can buff afterwards if you feel the need to, but if you're happy with the application, there's no need to. So let me just blend these in, and I'm literally feathering it on top. Feather, feather. Cap the free edge, and we're going to do the same here. It levels out beautifully for you, so you don't have to do too much. I think probably because I'm still new at it, that I'm kind of need to learn to trust my product a little bit more, but we'll get there. And then I'm going to turn her upside down so that gravity can do the rest of the work for me. And then let's look at it from the side. We can then put it in the UV lamp. And I can always add more arch to it if I so desire. So this is going to be cured for 60 seconds. Right, so we have completed this hand, and we're just going to wipe the inhibition layer off, and then we'll carry on with the next hand. Alright, looks like these are from old lines that are through the nail. Anyway, okay, so now we're going to go again on to our So Secure, and we are going to apply a thin layer. This is our primer. Again, I'm doing my least dominant hand. I'm going to apply the thumb as well. And then we are going to cure that for 60 seconds. Right. Right, so now we have done the primer. Now we are going to apply the gel, blob down the middle, blob down the middle, down the middle, down the middle, down the middle. Right. Then we are going to just apply that gel to the whole nail. It's almost like a slip layer. So can you see, because I'm doing my least dominant hand, I'm holding the brush quite low down, so I've got more control over the brush. So that way I can see exactly what I'm doing. And I've got definitely much more control over the brush, as if I had to have held it further down, there won't be that much control over the brush. Right, so at this point in time we're just doing all the slip layers. I find doing nails very therapeutic, and I think I've got a hair in there, if I'm not mistaken. There we go, there's the hair. Let me make sure I got that hair out. Nothing worse than getting fluff in your nails. Okay, we're going to do that. And what I liked about the gel, didn't run all over. It just stayed there until I came to work it, which is stunning. So, really great. Now we'll have to see how well this wears. Let's see. Right, so now we've got the slip layer on all of them. So now we have to do one down the middle, down one side, down the other side. One down the middle, one down this side, one down that side. One down the middle, that side, one down the middle, that side, whoops, and that side. Right. Now we're going to take our brush. Look how it's leveled out so nicely. Alright, let's just make sure we've got gel on all the corners. I suppose, you could actually just let the gel do the work for you, like this, and then buff on it to smooth it out, and then paint a thin layer on top. I think one could quite easily do that as well, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run it down. Let's see. See here. Yeah, you know what? It self-levels beautifully. So you could, I think, just let the gel do the work for you and then just buff afterwards. Let's see. Oops. Let's just see. I think I had so much there that I just wanted to maneuver it around. I want to just make sure that there's not too much on the free edge. And then I'm going to turn them upside down like that. And then we're going to go in for a full cure. And let's cure. Right, so it's just literally come out of the lamp. The gel literally did the work for me on my left hand, which I'm very impressed about. I'm now using the cuticle oil from So-Gel Nail, and this one is So Cashmere. Beautiful smell. Smells very, very nice. I'm going to give that a rub into the cuticles. So we have our first So-Gel nails in South Africa. Look at that. Let me just show you. I just want to make sure that my hands are all nice and clean. And let's do this so that everybody can see. This is So-Gel nails. I am so happy with these. Let me know what you think in the comment box. Bye for now.